My name is Kyle Crepe. If you are reading this, I need your help. A few months ago, I was walking through the woods near my house. It was about 7:30 p.m. and it was about to rain. I was on my way home when I smelled a mixture of smoke and decay. I wondered what it was and decided to follow the scent. I had clipped my Colt 1911 to my belt before I left, so I drew it in case there was a bobcat or another carnivore that had smelled it as well. As I got nearer, the stench became so overwhelming that I had to pull my shirt over my mouth and nose. When I finally found the source of the terrible smell, I couldn't help but vomit. Sitting there in front of me was the ripped open and desecrated corpse of a police officer. He as well had his gun drawn, and there were several empty bullet casings on the fallen leaves surrounding him. I immediately knew his name, Samuel King Blevins. He was a police officer who had gone missing on patrol 4 days ago. It was all over the news. Officials assumed it was the work of gang violence, but the torn limbs and bite marks told a different story. I saw something sticking out of his side. I grabbed it, and after further examination, I found it to be a tooth. It was very jagged and had obvious signs of wear. Its serrated edges were very dull, and the tip was broken. I stuffed the tooth in my pocket, returned home, and called 911. The next day at around noon, the police knocked at my door and asked me to take them to the body. After 3 hours of searching, all we had found were bullet fragments and bone shards. The police asked me to return home so they could continue searching. After another hour and a half, the head of the officer was found, but the rest of him remained a mystery. 3 months have passed since then, and the police resumed their usual path through the woods. I went back to my evening jogs, and I have remained mindful of what took place. But 1 week ago, at 6:45 p.m., my jog was interrupted by the same smell. As before, I drew my gun and followed the scent. This time, however, I did not find a body. I found something that I can only describe as a fat, four-legged fish-like creature. It had green and orange scales with pitch black eyes. I was too stunned to move, but obviously it wasn't, because it shot forward and before I could react, it tackled me. It lay on top of me, drooling and staring. Then my gun discharged and the creature ran, leaving a trail of blood behind it. I went home and dressed the cut that it gave me. I again called 911, but they laughed at me. And after some lengthy research, I have found only 2 other people that had experienced the same thing as me. I can only describe this creature one thing, due to its size, smell, and shape. I have named it the Bloat. If you have ever come in contact with this being, please let me know.